Hello and welcome back to round 2 of GGP Osnabrück. We've got one of the Greeks for you, Geronymo7. Most of you will probably know him out of War League or whatever. I think he plays pretty much everything online. I think he's a warrior player. I'm not really sure.
We will see, we will see.
Yeah, of course. Opponent should be fairly unknown, at least I don't know them. They go by Dave. We'll see. They're both 1-0. They won the first round.
I think we just go back to the footage.
The footage? You mean you have footage of the last match? Oh, right. Okay.
This footage.
All right,
We have a dice war here, and we will see what the opponent is playing.
Ooh, there's still a call by the organizers. Give us a few seconds. Okay, that was quick. Seems like they decided whoever will start. Seems like Dave is the one who starts, if I caught that. I think there was a draw for turn. Honestly,
Yes.
I can't make out the cards in hand. Can you?
No, not
Ah.
yet. Maurice, you know, the Greek one is on the left
Yeah,
side. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
The guy in the green sweater.
Yeah.
Guess it's only partially green, but who cares?
Yeah, we are fixing the match rounds. It's still 0-0, and we see the
Grace is a
one.
good start.
Yeah.
I think that's also warrior. No, wait, that's an angel. Oh, are we seeing return? No,
Angel
wait, what
and
is
knock.
that?
Angel and knock.
This
We'll
might be
get-
return. Please be return. I'm a return lover, as you know.
Yeah.
I love that deck. Angels, in my opinion, the superior version. There's also the version with warriors, but yeah, I like this more.
Yeah, as we know, Maurice doesn't like to feature any RGT.
Yeah.
And we see the trap dash shoot now, and there's only one monster, also a graceful charity on Geronymo's side.
What was the monster?
I didn't catch it,
All right.
honestly.
What is it? Is it? I think it's Ring, TT, Jar, and Grace, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah, we will
Question
see.
is, do you rip the Grace? I think you probably should. The TT is kind of nice. Like you can't, your opponent can't overextend into it.
Yeah.
But I think you probably have to rip the Grace
Yeah.
just to get going.
I will try to pop up the YouTube
chat?
comments.
All right.
The YouTube comments, so I can look a little bit on it. But we will mainly feature or cover the coverage and the feature match, of course.
In match 1, Pike Freak lost on his signature Manju. He just told me about it. Yeah, rough. Honestly, Pike Freak was probably one of the favorites today, and he's already lost round 1, which isn't too bad because everybody who's X1 will get into top cut.
Yeah.
But he still has to win everything, right?
I noticed that Deco was the one shuffled back. And what do you think? Is Geronymo setting the... It's a ring.
It's
I
a ring.
was about to ask.
I was thinking TT probably, like
Yeah.
just to, because the jar has to be there, right? Like the jar has to be
obviously,
set. The
obviously,
Grace wasn't played. Yeah, I think TT was. Maybe he just didn't want to play TT because your opponent is going to respect it anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not really forced to do it. So pretty smart, honestly.
Yeah.
Kind of just playing the mind games, and it worked out.
Yeah. And we also see Dave not playing anything on the aggressive side. So
Yeah. Kind of
Might-
depends on what the hand is like, right? Because
Yeah.
return can really break up sometimes if you play the box. If it's even return, I've seen angels. I'm jumping to return. It might be anything.
yeah.
Might be angel control. Who knows?
Yeah.
Might be like a Grace style light aggro. That would be fancy.
Oh, and there's a trap dash shoot now. Now we know it's a Blade Knight. Blade Knight did.
What's that spell at the top?
It's the spell is Snatch Steel.
Snatch Steel. Okay.
Yeah. But why did
Shoot and what else?
shoot and
Oh,
return?
It is return. It is return. Okay, so it is a return deck, but it's with the Blade Knight.
Yeah, but why did he not play the Blade Knight? That's the question here.
You mean last turn?
Yeah.
He might have just drawn into it, but also Angel is a lot safer on the field because it just replaces itself. And he knew about TT, right? So he wouldn't summon the second monster anyway.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay.
It's interesting though because usually is saying a bit much, but the return decks that have been played recently are usually dropping the Blade Knights in favor of Sasakis, which are favored a bit.
Yeah, and
But
we see
he's still on BK.
Yeah, we see Geronymo holding. Yeah, the priority and shotguns the MST.
I mean, he knew the shoot. He knew the shoot,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it has to be.
and it's a trade.
Unlucky, but it's still the right play. I
Yeah.
think he made the right play. Can we see what there was?
It's a TT,
Oh,
obviously.
Oh, of course. Of course. So
First
what else
round,
do we
first
know?
round.
Do we know anything from Geronymo? I think we've seen everything, right? We've seen the ring, we've seen the jar, we've seen TT.
Yeah.
Everything
The
is out.
graceful is unknown for us.
Right? He didn't play the Grace.
Not. Oh, okay.
Oh, did he?
Not sure.
Maybe I missed it. Who knows?
We are so on the flow, but we will now look at the coverage a little bit closer. Dave is drawing his card, and he's
Still
also
nothing.
Just passing.
That's
so
really, that's so rough whenever you play return, but especially the shoot hurt you so much.
yeah. So now he is playing one set, so he's still playing around trap dash shoot just in case, I think. Yeah.
Well, he knows his dash shoot is still there. Like he's seen
Yeah.
the dash shoot with his own,
Yeah.
and that's why he MST'd last turn.
Yeah.
So he has to play around it.
Dave still has a BK. Does
That's
he?
Sengen.
That's
No,
Sengen.
the BK was sent back by shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the tricky thing, honestly, with return and shoot. I don't like having shoots against return because the deck just sets solemn and you kind of kill the, like, you can't play dash shoot most of the time against it.
Yeah.
But whenever you can, it's really rough because they really rely on the normal summons to stick. And if you can just send them back, you can really brick them up if they draw into the Borgs and Chaos Monsters and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it
Oh
can
my
hurt.
god, we see a big hand
Oh,
from
that's Pod and
Geronymo.
Grace. And Grace has been held for a while. That's a Tsuk.
Yeah. And Moth got back the MST.
Can you see the last card, like the next
The
to
last card
Tsuk?
is CS, Chaos Sorcerer.
All right, and that's getting sent back.
Yeah.
Did we see a yeah, the Moth in the grave, of
Yeah,
course.
we see now the Moth, and
Yeah,
there's
makes sense.
But there's a big chance he gets it back with Pot and Grace. And I don't think there's a third trap dash shoot. Is it already third? I think it's a third.
I mean, you
trap dash
can do it. Personally, in my builds, I don't do, but it's obviously possible. But he'd also have to draw it, right? It's very
Yeah.
unlikely, even if he plays
shoot.
it.
It is unlikely, but it's possible. And
I think you can
that's
no longer afford to play around it if it hurts your overall game plan. Like if there's a drawback to just setting again, you probably shouldn't do it.
And we see a BLS and
BLS is nice.
Upstart Goblin.
Oh, that's interesting. He's ripping the. Oh, that's Upstart. Never mind. I was about to say, like, it's interesting that he used Grace before Upstart because that's unusual, but he doesn't because I just can't see.
Yeah. But the game is still pretty equalized.
I
think.
don't really have too much. I don't think I know how many cards are in hands, and overall I think it is in favor of Geronymo for sure. And he drops a card, the classic.
The classic one.
we didn't see that. We didn't see that. Scrub it. All right. Okay, Serpent Toss is obviously great. Grace, Serpent is amazing. And what else do we have? Oh, we're thinking. It is Mirror Force. Interesting. So that's usually a sign of confidence. If you think you don't need the safety of Mirror Force, it probably means that your monsters are big enough. Like this might be a spy. He's maybe just counting on BLS to be strong enough.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Dave is just passing? No, he's attacking. All right, all right.
He's attacking.
It's a deco.
But
yeah,
it's
honestly, it's a weird attack with Sangan, isn't it? Like, what's the hope there? He's not going to set a...
No, there's nothing left really. He can really destroy.
I mean, Moth is the only target there really is because you're never setting a Knight Ascendant into Sangan.
Yeah. And I think Dave is still waiting for his outs for any flips. Like, there's only
Maybe.
one BK. And no.
And the
so
Zaborg
far.
should be there, right? The Zaborg should be there. Especially with Sangan on the field, Zaborg is scary. But we know that Geronymo already has the answers in hand with BLS.
Yeah, we have to admit, Geronymo has all the gas cards, right?
Yeah,
And
he's far ahead, honestly. I think, like recently we've been talking about like an evaluation bar. You know, maybe you've seen chess before. Like they have this evaluation bar made by the by the chess bots next to it. We should probably do that for streams at some point. And if we did, he's probably like winning for 70%. I think at this state, Geronymo is winning this game for like around 70%.
Yeah, and we know his hands. He has probably game shot already.
Does he?
Oh, no. He has BLS in hand.
Yeah. Ring is out. We've seen Ring earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, we're searching spy. We're just holding on. We're just trying to get time. But I think we haven't knock checked in a while, so this is still risky. There's a good chance that Geronymo has knock in hand.
Yeah.
Like maybe you have a return in hand and you don't care that much. Maybe you can like make use of it, but it's a dangerous spot to be in.
Right. That's what I gonna say. Knocking return play is very dangerous. Very dangerous. And you can use it aggressively, but also defensively. Right.
I think the problem with the knock against return is that you still have to play it. Like it's still you can't allow your opponent to just resolve spies and decos for free, right? It's not really a
Alles gut.
All right, okay, sure. Nothing technical things, but we're done. I was talking about something, I forgot what it was. Probably wasn't relevant. Lady attack. Are we banishing?
Probably
not.
we.
Nah.
Nah, we are. Nah, doesn't make sense. Sorry.
Yeah. Is that a Mirror Force I spot in his hand? Ooh, it might be.
Not sure.
But now, like, we know he has BLS. The question is, like, is this enough of a threat to justify a BLS drop? If it was like a Sork, I would drop it in an instant. Yeah.
We have to note that he's still the MST in hand. Only one set.
Wait, who has the MST?
Geronymo.
No, he used it to dodge a shoot earlier. He did like a draw face thing. You guys know, like, draw face prio. I mean, everybody knows, right? Breaker summon. All right. That's ring. That's ring. Okay, so
and
LP are getting a little low. I think that might be game with BLS, right? If you have something else. How much is this?
If he's banishing with Lady.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like double attacks, but like, for example, Snatch. If you had Snatch and BLS here, that's game.
That's also a possibility,
like
of course.
There are ways to do it.
Yeah.
Also, like, if you have another Chaos monster, Chaos is Sork. Actually, that's not quite enough. That's not quite enough.
No. But I think he has a lot of options right now. He has a lot of options.
The question is if he has game or if he's just doing it to remove Lady.
Yeah. So we see him remove one Sang and one Moth probably, yeah?
Yep. I mean, Moth is the only light he has.
And it's...
Oh, and he's thinking. I think he should go in attack. I think this is a misplay because usually return plays...
they want to pressure him, right?
They play Sasuke. So this is risky against Sasuke.
Okay.
And also there's nothing left in the deck that crashes into this for benefits.
Like, see, he has still the MST, so...
Right? Okay, so I just said something.
That's okay.
It happens. Okay, what are we searching? No, this is not searching. This is banishing. Okay, it's our own chaos. Okay, now it's interesting. How many cards does Geronymo have left in hand?
I think it's 4 or 5.
Oh, wait. Is that attack BLS? Because that's another punish for doing it this way.
Yeah.
Is it BLS? No, it's not.
He also has return in hand?
Is it BLS?
It is BLS.
Are you sure? I don't think it is.
It is.
You're right. Okay, yeah, that's a punish. I think that was probably a problem. But this happens, like, especially IRL. Like, for me, especially, I pretty much come from online. I've barely played IRL. I always get really nervous when I play offline. Might be the same for Geronymo. Who knows? It's just so tricky if you can't just check the graves constantly. Like, you have to ask people. Like, just the bonus hurdle of having to ask your opponent sometimes just stops you from doing it. Yeah. I know it sounds silly, but it happens.
And there's a big heavy storm and channeling to a very meaningful Book of Moon. I really like Book of Moon.
I like it in Return because Return has so much money life cost cards, right? Like Solemns and the returns and stuff. So Ring is so dangerous that you like to have the bonus out to it.
Obviously.
And also you have the flips. You can, like, in a pinch, you can just flip it back down and have benefits.
Yeah.
Still important heavy because without the return, I think he was in lethal range.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's still in lethal range.
I think, honestly, the game has flipped. I think Geronymo is now behind, especially with now Thunder Dragon in hand. Like, what does he do? Grace is already gone. It's not a card that does anything.
Yeah.
And you have to answer this field. There's still the Borgs flying around. There's everything.
Yeah, and I think Geronymo is very pressing the big T button, the big thinking button, because he has, I think, only monsters in hand.
Yeah.
Barely any defensive spell or traps.
This match kind of just ran away from him, right? Like, something just, like, at some point it just flipped. He had such a good start. Maybe just all hinge on that BLS defense summon.
It's probably a BLS, but if we know afterwards, he has the Book of Moon, so he could have flipped it back face down and then attacked twice. There was a possibility, but
what? Oh, right. Yeah, but that still requires like a bonus card. I guess it didn't come up because the heavy took care of it anyway. But yeah.
And it's a.
You're right.
It's not a second chaos, right? It is. It is. It isn't.
Oh, it seems like it.
Thinking.
What is he doing? We also don't really know how many cards he's in hand. I can't count them. And there's 2 Thunder Dragons, which don't really count. Do we have anything to chat so far? Any questions?
Any questions in chat? You have the big T. No, we are playing. No, any questions here? It is spy for spy, okay.
Spy for spy, sure. Story is all this time. Kind of the state of the format, right?
Yeah.
The victory lap of spy at this point. Like, it's been a thing for a while.
Yeah. But Dave is still in the upper hand. I think it's
behind,
clear.
Really?
In upper hand.
Okay. I mean, the Sork still has to be dealt with. But as soon as the Sork leaves the field, I think Dave is in a good position again. But it has to leave the field, and he's just setting again.
Yeah.
He'll probably just banish the spy now.
Yeah.
It's also the big question, like, we've seen one return gone already. Does he play a second? That's the big question, right?
I think we saw 2.
Really?
One. I'm not sure. I'm not
Because
saying
one was destroyed by Heavy Storm. I saw
yeah,
that.
that's what last Heavy
And
Storm.
Like the builds vary. Some builds play 2 returns, some play 1. I think both are valid. Just the question is just if Dave has it at 2 or not.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part of return decks. Not every return deck is the same,
Yeah.
and it's very fun to see.
I think
watch.
it's also like honestly, Return is one of my favorite decks of all time, and so I'm obviously biased here. But I think it's like one of the few underplayed decks that we have in the format, and a lot of players just don't really know how to play against it. Like the amount of times I've seen really weird siding patterns against it is crazy.
Yeah.
People just don't understand it. Like I feel like they misjudge the level of aggro that the game is on. Like either they think that the deck is just an aggro deck, which it kind of isn't, or they think it isn't at all, which it also kind of is. So you kind of have to hedge your bets and really just. Honestly, oftentimes the best way to side against Return is not do too much. It's honestly just get the shoots out, get something else in, and that's it.
Yeah. Now we see a back row from Geronymo. Maybe something he can.
The Borg, there it is.
That is
Okay,
finally,
this
right?
is risky though. This is risky because now if there's an Iragaki break or something in the back, then this Sork will still live.
And
So-
he's forced to attack. There's nothing.
Yeah, he has to
do.
attack. I know, but like if he used the effect on Sork, that card would be gone. Like the
Yeah.
threat would be gone,
And
and
there's
that's the
Iraqi.
problem. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Is it game? Is he scooping? Is it time for scooping phase? No.
For who?
Oh no. Dave has a lot of
Yeah.
life points. Never mind.
He's still in this.
Never mind me.
And honestly, like I can't tell you if this was the wrong play or something, but you have to think about that Iragaki break. I think the punish was definitely there. If it was the right play or not, is something else. Like you'd have to discuss that afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, like let's say you destroy the Zaborg and you run into the NA, are you really happy about that? I think it's okay, but it's
Yeah.
No.
And it's 2,300 in Dave's direct
But-
phase.
On the other hand, I think the more I think about it, the more I like the destroy Sork play because we've seen BLS already, that's out. Sork would be out, so there's only one Sork left in the deck, and no other card is a real threat to you, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of chill for a while because you still have your own Sork in the deck, you still have another Zaborg, you have bigger guys.
Yeah, and did you see the top deck? There was a
No, I
major top deck.
What?
It's a knock. It's a knock.
Unfortunate? No? Oh yeah, it is.
It is a knock. And there's only one chance he can go in the next top deck phase, and it's return. Or
Wait, did he shuffle the deck after checking? No, he checked his grave. Never mind, he checked his grave. All right, I was getting a bit confused.
I think yeah.
Wait, that's it?
It's
What?
scooping
That's
phase.
it?
It's scooping phase for
Why?
Why?
Oh right, he's at lethal points. Okay, I was still on like the 4,000 LP that I've seen last turn. I just didn't check.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a win for Geronymo. Honestly, like a big back and forth. I think the start really went to Geronymo. Then he kind of lost control of the game, and in the end, he just clawed back.
Yeah. And I think we let the people side and switch to our cam.
To our camp. Oh no.
Yeah, it's our time. It's
Oh
our time.
no, please don't. I think it's not even in order, but
Yeah,
never-
we have to inform our judge to inform us when the siding is done.
Well, we still see it here. We don't have to do that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Honestly, I've never won a tie before in my entire life. I think this isn't even like correct, but I wanted to do it for the occasion. Philip did the same. Like they had real bow ties.
Yeah, he kind of forced you, right?
He didn't force me. Like I went along with it because it was funny.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either ones.
No?
No.
Honestly, I can't tell you that I'm a fan. I just feel like it's
It's appropriate, right?
no. Well, yeah, it just makes you a little fancier.
Yeah. Maybe
And-
not. You
No?
can be the judge for now.
All right. Is
So-
your hat fancier than my tie?
Probably for some people. I like
That's
it.
rough. That's hard.
I like it.
That's very harsh. Right.
I mean, it's everyone has a different
taste,
taste.
right?
Yeah, it's a different. So back to the duel.
What? There's still
about-
siding though.
Yeah, they're siding, but what are we going to expect from either sides?
Okay, so there's like a few traps that people do against return. Let's see if Geronymo does it. Like one of the biggest mistakes that people do is they side in mind cons because they think that nobleman benefits the opponent too much. That's really risky because return players know this. They will set their angels, so it will be risky to get anything out of them.
Yeah.
The spy isn't really like the greatest target you have. It can be fine to have like the defense for a while, but the main problem is the card returns to the other side. So you don't remove the monster, and the Borg is still on the field. Like the Borg is still an option if you don't deal with the monster. So I think siding Mind Cons is really a trap that some people do. Dueling High, this is a call out. Dueling High, don't do it anymore. I've seen you do it like 5 times already. Stop doing it. It's bad. Yeah.
Another question for me: is it possible for return winner to flip the strategies?
Kinda. Actually, it also depends on the opposing inciting plan. For example, if we suddenly see scapegoats from Geronymo, that could mean that Dave no longer even wants to have return in the deck, because that's another card that just flat out stops return. Because usually decks play Torrent and Mirror Force, and if you deal with them, you're fine.
Okay.
But if there's goats in it, it kind of works like a Mirror Force, because in the end phase the monsters get banished again.
Yeah.
So that can be really rough. There's also like ways where you can like really hard commit to the no return play style, and you can side in Moth and Zook. That is possible.
Yeah, and we just see the
And
normal T set, the typical T set. Oh, that's a damn.
Tribe.
That's a huge hand.
Tribe,
for
Deco, and A. Okay, it
Geronymo.
really depends on his hand. Okay, Tribe is an indicator that this is Spy. This is probably Spy.
I mean, it doesn't matter. There's a knock.
True.
There's a knock.
True.
But he has Deco and Night Silent.
True.
Night Silent is not a very.
We could shuffle back Night Assailant just to give Tribe no good discards.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also just the idea of shuffling back the Deco. Wait, what was it? Was it Spy?
It's
Deco.
It's
Deco.
Deco.
Interesting. Because if you send back the Deco, you kind of just stop your opponent from getting going. Deco is one of the best starter cards in the game, and especially if you know about the knock in hand and you know about the Deco set on your side, this might be good for you to have your opponent banish more darks. Because if your opponent struggles to get chaos material in the field as turbo, they can really fall behind.
Yeah.
But honestly, he had two other darks in the hand, so that's probably not the play here. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Pot, yeah, good
There's
card
a pot.
actually.
We have 2 new cards, 2 unknown cards, and but we have to notice that Dave's banishing pile is now filled.
Yeah,
So the return is alive.
4,200 damage.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
And we have to actually reset the life points. Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Life points on the-
Operator, could you alert our judge about the life point thingy? Thank you. Okay, it was the Night Assailant, and we've attacked into it with the Warrior Lady. I actually don't know. I think Lady can banish. I think Lady can banish if she wants to, and the question is if she wants to, right? Because the light engrave might be important, but the dark engrave is also important.
Both important. That's the tricky question about Lady in general. Do you want the removal, and especially for return, you want the extra monster, or do you want the light dark?
I think that the removal doesn't matter here because like this field is getting cleared anyway. Like this is still like Light Ascent is still destroying Warrior Lady, right? Okay, it seems like they are not sure how this works. They're about to call a judge again. I'm not 100% sure right now.
Yeah. Maybe the judge is noticing also the life point
Yeah,
changes.
no, he didn't, but we will get it fixed. Just give us some time. Nothing happened yet, so it's fine.
We'll look at it. It's 21 minutes still in the game.
So, as far as I know, I think this should form a chain, but who knows? Honestly, maybe I'm tripping here, but there might be a way where Night Assailant is chaining 1 and Warrior Lady is chaining 2, so she gets destroyed and then she banishes Night Assailant without banishing herself or something. I don't, like that would be really odd. I don't think I've ever seen that before, so I don't think that's real. But yeah, our judge is there, and if they don't know it, then they will probably just look it up.
Yeah, the judge is heading to the head judge.
Yep.
I think it's a tricky question here.
It's kind of weird that this doesn't really come up that much, because these are both fairly well often played cards, right? Like you'd think you've seen this interaction before. Like I feel like this probably happens a lot, and I still don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So we have to notice that the attacking one has a priority, but I think Lady says after the damage calculation, and Knight Assailant says if he gets flipped, right?
And I think there might even be something going on with Knight Assailant being mandatory, that it goes chaining 1 before the optional effect.
Yeah, when he says when, then probably
No,
yes.
the flip effects are never like that. They're always mandatory.
Okay.
They're very strange. You can cheat some really weird rulings with flip effects because they always go through. Okay, so what happened is they both get destroyed. Right.
Yeah.
Seems like banishing wasn't possible, or maybe he didn't want to. Who knows? But operator, it would be nice if you would alert the judge about the life point thing again. All right, we're getting it fixed.
But the game is still going. There's only one set. Now
BK.
at the BK time.
Oh, and we know there's a deco in hand, right? This could very well be the deco. So BK should negate it if it gets it through it. Like if it gets to attack.
It's probably everything, hopefully.
No, it's ring. All right, yeah. Makes sense, probably the deco there. But honestly, the deco's getting okay, now that they've just done it, we don't even need to fix it anymore because the tablet no longer puts it to idle mode. All right.
Yeah, we got everything fixed.
Yeah,
Very
everything
quick,
fixes
yeah.
itself if you give it enough time, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. Oh, it just fixes itself. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay, ring is interesting. Obviously, the deco flip is really nice here. You get the draw. You get to have the beta on the field and attack. There's always the...
Oh my god,
is
this
so
is
strong.
very strong. This is very strong.
But you... Oh, he just played into it. Oh, that's interesting.
It's heavy and yeah,
No,
I
it's not.
mean...
Was it heavy? No, there's Tornado. And what was the other one?
Tornado and Solemn Judgment.
Interesting that he... Oh, Reaper is interesting. But interesting that he decided to set the Solemn and then not use it. Because usually you set the Solemn to protect from Heavy Storm, right?
Yeah, but do you want to protect his
Tornado, that's the question, though. But then do you set the Solemn?
Yeah, that's a big question here.
Yeah, Reaper, like it's a card that always like floats around. Like every couple times you just see a return player, not a return player, a turbo player.
We did
turbo
it.
player cite this into aggro matchups. It's not too common, but it's seen. It really paid off here, right? We got the discard. I think it was a tribe that we got discarded here. Yep.
Yeah, it's a trap.
That's a big hit, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you can just keep going. Just shift the Deco into defense and keep going with Reaper.
Yeah. Do you take the Mirror Force trade here?
I
Would you risk
think
it?
I think I don't because I don't have to, and also like the Deco is still some protection against damage.
Yeah.
But apparently he just goes for it. He just went for it.
He just went for
And
it.
it paid off. Maybe he knew about the hand or something. Yeah, Geronymo honestly is in a commanding lead. I don't see him losing that.
Yeah, Dave is obviously in the back foot. And there is the top deck Grace.
Well, that's how you get back.
That's how we get back. You're only left with one card after this discard. What can we expect?
There's the dark. There's the dark.
There's the
If he has a
dark.
chaos in hand, chaos in hand would be huge.
Yeah, it's only a set.
Doesn't
okay.
seem to be a chaos in hand.
It's only a set, and I think I saw a glimpse of BLS. So if he can safely remove Dave's back row, he can just run over it.
Okay.
Yeah, he picks up his grave. No light, I think. I think it's no light.
No light. Yeah, there shouldn't be a light for Geronymo. I don't think we've seen Thunder Dragons or Morph.
Yeah.
They're usually the only lights being played in Turbo.
Also in game one, Geronimo saw the Thunder Dragon very late.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh, we almost. Oh, no, never mind. That's a special from.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just playing to Torrent and Mirror Force. We don't respect anything. Maybe there's a Solemn in the back, and that's why we don't respect it. But I guess like we've checked for Mirror Force last turn, right? If
Yeah.
There's no way he takes the discard.
That's a Raigeki break. Okay,
There's no way he takes the discard.
That's interesting. Okay,
What is it?
it's a Raigeki break onto the
Raigeki break.
the spy
Nice.
and
I think we just swing. Yeah, Reaper makes sense because there's nothing to discard, and the damage doesn't matter.
yeah, and we have protection.
Yeah,
right?
just in case. Like the 300 damage don't matter, and
it's
that's game
a
over.
fast
That's
game. Fast game.
that is a scoop.
16 minutes still left, and yeah, the game is done. It's 2-0 for Geronimo.
All right. I guess that means we get him into the interview table. Do you want to do it?
It's him.
Yeah,
I
the
can
winner,
try-
right?
I can try it. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
but we will need some preparation time, and yeah.
All right, I'll go talk to him. Actually, I'll check if they're actually through. But
Yeah,
I
we
think
have
they
to
are.
ask the players, of
Okay,
course.
they're
if they-
reporting. Yeah, this is it. That means Geronimo is 2-0 with a turbo deck, fairly standard. We've seen the Reaper in the like
So we have the winner, Geronimo, here from Greek. One of 4 Greeks here. And yeah, let's talk about firstly yourself. Who are you? Yeah.
I am Geronymo7, my Greek name, aka Geronymo7 on Discord and DB and God community, and I came from Greece.
Yeah. 104, you are not with them, right?
What do you mean?
You're not with the group of 4 Greeks. You are.
We are. The group is. We are all from the Greek community.
Yeah.
We are all close as persons.
Yeah.
But I came from Netherlands.
Okay. So let's talk about your deck. It is Chaos Turbo, standard.
Yes, that's right.
Chaos Turbo, and I want to ask you about the Reaper.
Yes.
Was it? Why Reaper? What do you think? What did you think about? Okay, I'm gonna put Reaper into the deck.
I think Reaper, first of all, is on a side deck. Reaper, and it's a very good wall.
Yeah.
It's like Zombira, but I like on Reaper that it can pressure more the opponent.
Yeah.
Because if you don't find a solution and you don't have a monster, your hand will be disappeared in a few turns.
Yeah. It's more rewarding. We saw it in the game. It was very rewarding.
It was very effective, yes.
Yeah, it was very effective. And why did you bring Turbo here? What was the choice?
What? Can you make the question again?
Why did you choose Chaos Turbo today?
Chaos Turbo. I think it's the best deck
Yeah.
in general because we see this deck more often than other decks. All the time is on top.
Yeah.
So for that and only reason.
Yeah,
I play also God Control.
Yeah.
But Chaos Turbo is better.
Okay. What did you think as soon as you saw you're playing against Return? What was your plans?
My plan, it was first of all to not let him to set the beast card of him, the Return. I want to prevent to play that card because if he played the Return, maybe I will lost with that card. So this was the plan, to prevent him play the return.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how relieved are you now?
I'm pretty good. Yes. Now I'm 2-0. So
2-0 already.
I hope to proceed to the top cut.
Yeah. That's obviously someone who traveled from Greece to Germany. You want to play as good as you want, as you can, and yeah. Anything you want to share or say to your Greek community, you can freely speak in Greek. That's also fine.
Okay, thank you. We are all very close as community.
Yeah.
We play in locals every week, and we have all the support from the community.
Yeah.
And I have to say them, and I want to say them that. We really want to be all Greeks in Top Cut and to play for the prize only. So we have a legacy here in Germany.
Yeah.
Previous GGP, it was 2 Greeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Yannis Plakas and Miltos Plagianakos.
I don't know them.
Evans GR and Casey Philosophos went in the final in Germany. So we want to do it again.
Yeah. Obviously, right? And there's only 2 chances, right? 2 pairs?
Yes. It's difficult, but happened. So it can happen again.
Yeah. I think we can...
We are good players.
obviously 2-0 already. So do you want any personal shout-outs? Anything to Greek, anything to Germany?
Oh, yes. Can I speak?
Yeah.
Θέλω να δώσω πολλά συγχαρητήρια πρώτα στον Αλέξανδρο Σατζόπουλο που κράτησε το GOAT γενικά στην Ελλάδα. Ωραία, και μετά σε όλο το community φυσικά, στον Ζόγκλερ ο οποίος κρατάει του σερβερ, στον Πλάκα που έχει τα στριμάκια και φέρνει κόσμο, στον Θανάση τον Γκαλέα ο οποίος κάνει τα πάντα, δηλαδή όπως μπορεί να βοηθήσει το παιδί, το ταξί κάνει, τα πάντα κάνει δηλαδή, κάνει τα πάντα. και σε όλους όσους βοηθάνε το community.
That's it. I think I will congratulate you again.
Thank you very much.
Have a good time.
Hey, du hast es bis in die Endcard geschafft. Dankeschön, dass du dir mein Video bis zum Ende angeguckt hast. Und falls du den Kanal noch nicht abonniert hast, dann lass doch super gerne ein Abo da. Like das Video, wenn es dir gefallen hat. Lass einen Kommentar da. Ich versuche auf jeden Kommentar zu antworten. Und hier siehst du die Playlist, die zu diesem Video passt, sowie ein weiteres Video, was dir gefallen könnte.